Yes, he rode there with his aunt and his brother to his family's apartment.
And how is the victim, the alleged victim, related to the family?
The alleged victim is my client's best friend. They were together that day because due to the death of his brother. Um, why what the alleged victim or what the victim, the deceased here, his intentions going into that apartment complex, John, I can't be 100% sure. However, he had, I believe that he is alleged to have a weapon, which led to this theory.
Okay.
A firearm, a legal registered firearm.
Okay, hold on. I'm finding something finally. Okay, do you have the affidavit?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anyone here from the victim's advocate or Mr. Abadi? Have you spoken to anyone in the victims, with the victim's family?
Not, and I had been in touch with Miss Dilma Desrios. She's on the call. I don't believe that anyone from the family of the victim is present here in the Zoom chat room, and she's nodding her head. So so no one is on the. She has spoken to them, but they are not. They're unable to make it the call today.
Your Honor, I would like to state that I do have a letter from the victim's fiance.
Right.
Okay.
I heard that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, it seems like there's work to be done on this case based on the arrest warrant that I am reading. I am persuaded that the defendant has a ties to the community, certainly. I am also persuaded that he does not have a criminal background, as I'm being told, and that with his ties to the community and Douglas High School and so forth, that he would, that is not the concern of the court. However, I am greatly concerned by the fact that there seem to be a number of individuals involved, some of whom are related, some of whom are co-defendants, two of whom are co-defendants. There seems to be a great deal more to the story in terms of motive, and that leads me to great concern at this point. This is right now, of the possible intimidation of witnesses. For that reasons, I am denying the bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, that our next case will be Are we ready? Have we heard from Ms. Rockwell with regard to Alexis Gaskins?
Hi, Judge. I'm here. So I could not decide, or maybe Mr. Abate did not know who my prosecutor was, because I'm in contact with the victim, Judge, and the victim is going to try to jump on our hearing. Maybe she's a first time, not necessarily a frequent flyer, but do I have a prosecutor that I can speak with so that the prosecutor can hear it from the victim's own mouth that she does not object to a bond, or how do y'all want to do that?
I'm ADA Martin. I'm on this case and I am aware that she's not opposed to bond.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Then are we ready, Judge?
I am.
Okay, or would you rather see the victim on this Zoom? I sent her the link, but she may not know how to get on, and if we need to stand down, if
I'm
the
here.
court would like. Oh, okay, good. That's Kayla.
I'm here.
Okay, thank you, Kayla. Judge, for the record, my name
Right.
obviously is Renee Rockwell.
Yeah,
Shall I
let's
start or
hang
should I wait?
Yeah, just give me 1 second here. This is the state of Georgia versus, you ready, ma'am? Yes, sir. Okay, this is the state of Georgia versus Alexis Gaskins. This is 20 CP 193325. Today is September the 1st, 2020. I am in courtroom 8A. Our courtroom is open to the public. We're staffed by a member of the Sheriff's Department, and we are open and accessible to the public in the event it had wanted to be here or see these proceedings. This is a bond calendar, a bond hearing for unindicted cases falling within the statutory guidelines. And we are all appearing via the Zoom teleconference platform. And I believe, is Alexis Gaskins on the call? Yes, and South Annex. Is this Ms. Gaskins?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Gaskins is present. Her attorney, Ms. Rockwell, is present. And for the state, we have Ms. Martin.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Ms. Rockwell, take it away.
Thank you, Judge. For the record, Your Honor, Miss Gaskins is 21 years of age. She was born in Macon. She did go to Redan High School and graduated in 2016, I think. She did not attend college. She is not married, has no children, but her family lives here, and all of her, and her only children are her puppy dogs. She was living by herself until she had suffered the consequence of COVID. So after that, she moved in with her family and will be living with her family if the court grants a reasonable bond. She was working, Judge, at the airport with Gate Gourmet, which is a type of contract work where you have to have the utmost and highest clearance because you're inside of the anytime you have access to the SIDA part of the airport, which is the secured part, it is something where you need utmost clearance. So I mentioned that to the court just so the court knows she has no record. That was also, I think, verified by pretrial services. She, because of COVID and because of the cut down on the flights, lost that job, but got another job with Allied Universal, which is a security guard job. She is an unarmed security. That's what type of job that is, Judge. She's not on probation or parole. She does not have any pending cases. She does not, all the whistles and bells that pretrial says whenever someone is not a flight risk, etc. So I think pretrial would probably say that she does meet the criteria of pretrial release. This incident, and I did ask Miss Gaskin, the victim, Kayla Anderson, to jump on the call just so she could express to the court that she is not afraid of Miss Gaskin, that she does not oppose a bond with Miss Gaskin. She does not oppose no further violent contact with Miss Gaskin. The state may be requesting something other than that. This incident, Your Honor, while it looks very serious, I think Miss Gaskin was involved with going to Miss Anderson's house, and there was another individual there with Miss Gaskins, a male. There was some fighting inside of the house that Miss Gaskins started, uh, but it was not, Miss Gaskins was not armed at all. And it seems that it is clear, at least it clear to me, that Miss Gaskins was not the individual. I think as they were leaving the scene, the male who was also in the house at the time that all this commotion was going on had brandished a firearm. Miss Gaskin was not aware that when they were driving off from Miss Anderson's home, that the male pulled out a gun and just started shooting the gun into Miss Anderson's home. That was without knowledge, without permission, without aiding or abetting or anything on behalf of Miss Gaskins. Not sure at all. When Miss Gaskins got arrested, Miss Gaskins and her family were trying to assist. And in fact, Miss Gaskin's sister was able to find this fella's social media picture. Is that correct, Miss Anderson? I don't want to misstate that, but they had sent Miss Anderson a copy of a picture of the fella's social media. If Miss Gaskin, I haven't sworn in Miss Anderson, but I think that Miss Anderson would say that she is in receipt of a picture. So everybody's trying to cooperate to find out the exact location of this fella. He has not been arrested, Judge. But based on her lack of record, based on the pretrial report, based on the presence of the victim, based on the fact that the serious charges that she is charged with was not even conduct that that was not her own conduct, I would ask the court to consider a reasonable bond. And I would even ask if the court would consider letting her out on some type of pretrial bond with all other conditions that the court deems necessary. And I'm not sure if the court, obviously the court sits as a superior court judge, so the court could set a bond and a pretrial bond, even for serious offenses. So based on that, we are requesting a reasonable bond. I'm not sure what the exact charges are on the calendar, but I'll respond after the state has its chance now, Judge, to address the court.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Martin?
Yes, Judge, thank you. So just a little bit about the facts of the case. The defendant and the victim were in a previous relationship for a few years. And once the victim broke up with the defendant, apparently she had a very difficult time accepting this. On the date of the incident, the defendant sent several messages over Instagram threatening the victim in this case, and then proceeded to come to the victim's home with the unknown male who was armed. She forced entry into the house, and as defense said, she started a fight. And the unknown male also accompanied them inside the house. Originally, the victims in this case said that they thought that he was there to help keep the peace. Instead, he observed the fighting. Now, as they were leaving the home, the defendant in this case looked back to the victims and says, "I got something for y'all, just watch." And as she pulled out of the driveway with the unknown male, obviously who the defendant knows because she brought the male there, he proceeded to take a gun out of the passenger's window and proceed to shooting. So the state is concerned about the safety of the victim, even though the victim is not opposed to bond. However, she is opposed, she does want a stay away. However, we are concerned about who this unknown male is. And if Ms. Gaskins was truly in cooperation, we would know who that person is at this point. I spoke with officers just as recent as an hour ago, and they do not have an identification of this unknown male. I'm not sure what defense is regarding as a picture that was shown. They have no idea who this man is, and he is still at large. And the defendant should have access to that information, yet she has not presented it to officers. We do believe, whether or not the victim feels safe or not, we do believe she's at a risk and in danger should this defendant be released, especially not knowing who the unarmed male is at this point. And as a result of that, the state would be requesting no modification be made at this time until we can sort some more details of this out, specifically the identification of the male that the defendant brought with to the location. So we would be asking that no bond be issued in this case. Nothing else from this state.
Thank you. Anything further, Ms. Rockwell? You're on mute.
I'm so sorry, Judge. Miss Anderson, obviously Miss Gaskins is in jail, so she's having probably a difficult time with any type of identifying of this young man. Miss Gaskins' sister, and Miss Anderson, would you please clarify that, was the one that had located this?
Unless the witness, unless the victim is sworn in and reveals herself to him, I think it inappropriate to direct any questions toward her.
Okay, I can swear her in, Judge.
Well, we can't see her.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Judge, may I just ask, this is just regarding, because I think there was some thought that Ms. Gaskins, who is incarcerated right now, is not cooperating in any kind of investigation trying to locate this victim. I'm sorry, this other suspect. May I call her for that purpose, so she can be clear as to the family's ability and at least effort in trying to help her find out who this person is?
Now, Kayla Anderson is the alleged victim, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so are you asking her questions for purposes of her concerns regarding the defendant's freedom, or are you asking her questions about the case?
I can ask her either one, Judge. I have been in communication with her. I'm the one that sent her the video link, and I think she would tell the court that she's not objecting to a bond. I was concerned that the state had brought up the fact that Miss Gaskins was not cooperating with the police in trying to locate this young man. Miss Gaskins is in jail right now. So on Miss Gaskins' behalf, her sister located this fella's Instagram or social media picture and did send that to the victim so that the victim could potentially flip that over to either the detective that's investigating the matter or the district attorney's office or the victim witness advocate. So I did not want to think that that was going unattended. They are trying to cooperate in this investigation. And this is the information I got from Miss Anderson also, that she had a picture of the fella. She had gotten the fella's picture from Miss Gaskin's sister, and that she may have shared it with someone else that she felt was involved in the investigation.
So, Your Honor, I would just like to point out that though this defendant was granted no bond at previous hearing, there is a no contact order in place. No one should be reaching out to the victim on the defendant's behalf, especially her sister, which highlights to me even more that there might be some persuasiveness or intimidation tactics that could lead this victim to not want to pursue what is in her best interest. At the end of the day, we know the facts as it has occurred, and we do not believe that this is a good candidate for bond at this time.
Okay, well, I think what I'm trying to decide here is what type of hearing we're having, because this isn't a probable cause hearing, and I'm not going to get. I mean, we're not going into the facts necessarily of the case at this point. The victim has every right, pursuant to statute and otherwise, to comment on whether she wants to see this defendant released or not. And so I will let her speak to that.